Bonjour et bienvenue à French Tutorial. Hello, welcome to French Tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to ask and respond to questions. So we are going to be dealing with asking questions in French language. Generally, in many languages, questions can be asked directly using a statement or by the use of the interrogatives. What are interrogatives? They are what, who, where, how. You know, those are interrogatives, the word questions, all right? And when you use the interrogatives, the person will require to make a statement while answering, all right? But the direct questions, you respond to them, okay, using yes or no. All right, so we are going to explore today, okay, asking direct questions and responding to them. So at the end of this lesson, you will learn how to ask a direct question in French and how to respond in affirmation and also in the negative. All right, so on y va. Let's begin. To ask question directly in French, there are two ways one can do that. The first is by just observing the interrogative tone pitch. For example, I have two sentences here. One is a statement, the other is a question. You can see that in writing these two sentences, the structures are the same. No restructuring, no rearrangement, it just remains the same thing. The only thing, okay, the only difference is this full stop and the question mark. All right, but in speaking, let's see the difference. All right, in speaking, I have this statement as vous aimez voyager. Vous aimez voyager. It means you like traveling. I'm just stating it that you like traveling. All right. Now, in speaking also, let me turn it to question. Vous aimez voyager? Vous aimez voyager? Question. So, you see that in speaking, it is only the tone that will inform me that you're asking question. If you just remain the same flat like that, I won't know it's a question. So you have to observe or indicate that is a question by the tone. All right. Let's look at the second example. Ta mère est là. I'm telling you that your mother is there. Ta mère est là. So now let me ask it as a question. Ta mère est là. Ta mère est là. Can you repeat that? Ta mère est là. Très bien. Vous aimez voyager? Vous aimez voyager? Très bien. You're trying already. So that's the first way we can ask questions. Let's look at the second way. The second way we can ask direct question in French is by adding the interrogative phrase. The French has an interrogative phrase, est-ce que? Est-ce que? Can you say that? Est-ce que? So, if I add this interrogative phrase before my sentence, it becomes a question. Of course, I have to also indicate by ending it with a question mark. All right, so this is the statement we had earlier. Vous aimez voyager? All right, so let's turn it to question. It becomes, est-ce que vous aimez voyager? Est-ce que vous aimez voyager? Let's look at a second example. Elle est sa femme. She is his wife. Elle est sa femme. Now let's turn it to question. Est-ce qu'elle est sa femme? Est-ce qu'elle est sa femme? So this is a question. Now you can see that this que here doesn't end with E. The E has to give way to this vowel sound. It is called elision in French. All right, so it has to go when the two vowels are clashing. Of course, you would have learned that before now. All right, so if you don't, my other lessons will also cover that. So just stick with us by subscribing to our channel, and some of these things will be coming your way as time goes on. All right, so this is est-ce qu'elle est sa femme? Here it is est-ce que, so the E here is not pronounced, all right, because of the elision. All right, so let's move on. Now, how do we respond to a direct question? We've already established that a direct question, you respond beginning with oui or no, beginning with yes or no. Yes in French is oui, no is non. All right, so now let's look at the first example we have. Est-ce que Bola travaille à la banque? Est-ce que Bola travaille à la banque? That's a direct question. Does Bola work in the bank? Now we have to respond in the affirmative, we say oui, Bola travaille à la banque. Oui, Bola travaille à la banque. Simple. So you see, when you want to respond, what's the trick there? You see that you just remove the est-ce que that made it a question. Remember, I told you this is converting the statement to question. You remove the est-ce que and then you add oui. If you are responding in the affirmative, all right, you remove the est-ce que and then write oui. Then the statement continues, and of course you don't forget to remove the question mark and end it with a full stop. Simple. All right, so let's look at the second example, the second response. So now, assuming you're responding in the negative, what do? You remove the est-ce que and then say non. Non, Bola ne travaille pas à la banque. So you now change the question, the affirmative to the negative. All right, you change in responding in the negative. Of course, you have to change the affirmative statement to negative. All right, so that's another lesson, how to change the affirmative to negative. All right, that's another lesson that will come your way very soon. Elle est sa femme. We're using the second statement now. Elle est sa femme. So let's respond in the affirmative. We'll say oui, elle est sa femme. Yes, she is his wife. Oui, elle est sa femme. Let's respond in the negative. Non, elle n'est pas sa femme. You can see again, this is eh, this is eh. So there's a clash, and then we observe the elision, all right, by putting apostrophe. All right, so this is non, elle n'est pas sa femme. Non, elle n'est pas sa femme. Here, oui, elle est sa femme. Non, elle n'est pas sa femme. Here, oui, Bola travaille à la banque. Non, Bola ne travaille pas à la banque. Answering in the negative. All right. So the next thing, let's look at some other examples. All right, so that you will assimilate them. Let's look at some other examples. Here we'll be responding in the positive, all right, in the affirmative, and here we'll be responding in the negative. All right, let's see. The first one we have is est-ce que l'école est loin d'ici? Est-ce que l'école est loin d'ici? Is the school far from here? Let's respond in the affirmative. Oui, l'école est loin d'ici. Oui, l'école est loin d'ici. You can see we just remove the est-ce que and add oui. If you are responding in the affirmative, you just add oui here, of course your comma, oui, and then you take the statement. Of course, you have to remove the question mark that made it a question. All right, that showed is a question. All right, let's look at the negative. So for us to respond in the negative, the same question, est-ce que l'école est loin d'ici? Est-ce que l'école est loin d'ici? In the negative, non, l'école n'est pas loin d'ici. Non, l'école n'est pas loin d'ici. No, the school is not. So you remove the est-ce que, you have your non, and then you change the affirmation to negative. You change the affirmative to negative. All right. Let's look at the second option, the second example. Est-ce que Madame Mba parle anglais? Est-ce que Madame Mba parle anglais? Est-ce qu'elle parle anglais? Does Madame Mba speak English? So let's respond in the affirmative. Oui, Madame Mba parle anglais. Oui, Madame Mba parle anglais. Madame Mba. Let's respond. Est-ce que Madame Mba parle anglais? Est-ce que Madame Mba parle anglais? Non, Madame Mba ne parle pas anglais. Non, Madame Mba ne parle pas anglais. The third one. David habite ici? Question. David habite ici? Does David live here? Oui, il habite ici. Oui, il habite ici. Of course, I used il here, the pronoun. You know, as you're advancing, you shouldn't respond by repeating the person's name when you're asked questions like that. Okay, if you're not a very elementary beginner, so to say, you have to use pronoun. Is Ngozi there? No, she's not there. Instead of, no, Ngozi is not there, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do here for you to keep, you know, progressing step by step. So, David is a man. Oui, il habite ici. David habite ici. In the negative, non, il n'habite pas ici. Non, il n'habite pas ici. Of course, you have learned while we were learning our vowels that this H is a semi-vowel. So, all the rules that apply to vowels also apply to semi-vowels. So that's why we don't have the n ending like here. All right, that's why we have the apostrophe also. All right, so these are the examples we have brought your way today. I hope you have learned how to ask questions directly in French and how to respond. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, this is the time to do so, because a lot of more lessons are coming your way. And please give us a like, share this video with your colleagues, with your classmates, with everybody you know that likes French language. French language is an international language. You can't afford to be left behind. All right, so invite all your people to come and learn French on French tutorial. All right, so I'll leave you here until I come your way again next time. Qu'est-ce qu'on dit? What do we say while we are parting? Au revoir et à la prochaine. Au revoir et à la prochaine.